and the stream's updated now. I finally took the time to actually look and see how I could add things, and I was able to add Twitch chat. So like if you guys type in the chat, I'll actually get to see you guys on my screen, or at least you'll get to see it. I'll be playing Magic. And you guys, and also whenever I get a new follower, that'll show up on the over here. So right here we have Twitch chat, and right over here we have followers. So finally added that stuff, which makes sense. Let me tell the Spirits Discord that I am live, and we can be off to the races. I am live. Yeah, that's the only place I'll bother. I can also bother on my personal Discord. Okay. So, today we're going to be playing Blue-White Spirits and Pioneer. I really, really like this deck in this format. And the biggest reason for that is transitioning from Modern to Pioneer, we lose Ether Vial, and that's about it. We have replacements for everything else that we lose in the deck. Those things being the Mana Base, Path to Exile, and Droxel Captain. For the Mana Base, what we have here is 4 Glacial Fortress, 4 Hollowed Fountain, 4 Islands, 2 Mutavaults, 3 Plains, 3 Port Town, and 2 Unclaimed Territory. This mana base gives us a lot of untapped mana on turns 1 through 3. The only land in the deck that doesn't come into play untapped turn 1 is Glacial Fortress, which can be made up for with 4 Hollowed Fountains, 4 Islands, Plains, all that jazz. Might be a little bit less consistent now that I've added Port Towns and Unclaimed Territories, but we'll see. Then for our main deck, we have 3 Sky Tether. Sky Tether is our replacement for Path to Exile, and it works really well, actually. The biggest problem with the card is that it doesn't have Flash, and means that we can't hold up things like Rattle Chains on the turn that we also want to Sky Tether something. But despite that, it still plays into our game plan really well, being a 1-mana removal spell that gives a creature that removes any flying blockers that they may have. If we need to transition to the control role, pivot into that, Sky Tether allows us to do that, since their creatures can't attack us. So overall, I've been very happy with this card. There are some circumstances where it can be bad, though. For example, against a Humans deck that is playing cards like Charming Prince that can flicker their own creatures, Sky Tether is really bad removal there. Against creatures that have activated abilities that you want to stop, such as Deathrite Shaman, this can't stop either. But this is what we get with a 1-mana removal spell, and I've been happy with it. Next up, we have Mausoleum Wanderer. Mausoleum Wanderer is a phenomenal Magic card. There's a lot of instants and sorceries in this format going around right now. Assassin's Trophy, Lightning Strike, Rally the Ancestors. Just a lot of removal in this format is more expensive, and Mausoleum Wanderer can tax that much easier. And now that we're not playing Path to Exile and we're ramping them, Mausoleum Wanderer actually works even better. We got 3 Spectral Sailors. Spectral Sailor isn't really the best card in the deck, but it does synergize with a lot of the other cards in this deck. For example, Smuggler's Copter. Being able to flash into Spectral Sailor, crew up a copter, and block something out of nowhere, that's pretty cool. And also his activated ability to pay for and draw a card is something that you can activate in this format. It's not unreasonable like it is in Modern. Next up, we have Selfless Spirit. Selfless Spirit helps against Supreme Verdict decks, against any removal. It's also just flying 2/1 for 2. Good card. Rattle Chains, again, in a format with the average removal CMC being 2, Rattle Chains becomes much better and much more efficient. So I really like Rattle Chains. Also getting to play all your spirits as though they had Flash, that's one of my favorite parts about the card. Supreme Phantom, this is our lord. It's good. Smuggler's Copter. I'm currently playing 3. I was playing 4 at one point, but I wasn't too... I don't know, it just didn't feel right playing 4. But with 3 Smuggler's Copters, so far I've been pretty happy with it. Being able to crew up your crew up your things, and yes, getting to crew up your creatures, attack with the might. Smuggler's Copter was banned from Standard and is a phenomenal card. Yeah, I am playing both. I am playing Glacial Fortress and Port Town. I can see the argument for playing 3 Glacial Fortress and 4 Port Town. Right now I'm trying 4 Glacial Fortress, 3 Port Town. We'll see how that shakes out in a little bit. So I'm willing to test out both. Moving on, we got, I'll leave Nebelgast Herald for last. We got Empyrean Eagle. This is our replacement for Droxel Captain, and so far it's been pretty good, actually. Giving other flying creatures +1/+1 is pretty relevant, with Smuggler's Copter being a really key part of that. Rift found out that there's a turn 4 kill in this deck, where you go Mausoleum Wanderer, turn 2 Smuggler's Copter, turn 3 Empyrean Eagle, turn 4 Empyrean Eagle. Then on turn 4 you're swinging with a 5/5 Mausoleum Wanderer, a 5/5 Smuggler's Copter, and a 3/4 Empyrean Eagle. That should be enough for lethal. So it's also really good if you're playing other flyers in the deck, such as Brazen Borrower, which would be in my deck if I could afford it. Yeah. Then we got Spellqueller. I don't need to talk about Spellqueller, he's good. Deputy of Detention is my Brazen Borrower replacement. This card is still pretty good in this deck, though, because having 1 power means that it can crew Smuggler's Copter pretty reliably, and this allows us to turn our removal spell into a 3/3 flying attacker. Then we got Nebelgast Herald, my baby. I love this card so much. Flash flying when it enters a battlefield, or another spirit enters a battlefield under your control. Tap target creature an opponent controls. Just this with Rattle Chains means that your opponents will not be attacking with anything. If they have any blockers out, like a Mantis Rider or a Archangel Avacyn, Nebelgast Herald cleans them up so efficiently and is an additional flyer. Just adds to the tempo plan so well. I love Nebelgast Herald. Very happy to be playing with it again. Moving on to the sideboard. I'm actually going to change one thing in the sideboard because I just got the card. Disenchant. I believe Disenchant is actually one of the best sideboard cards in the format. Nature's the Return to Nature, the green one that also exiles a card from a graveyard. I think that's honestly one of Green's best sideboard cards just in general. So I'm going to cut 1 negate, add a Disenchant. Whoops, wrong deck. And then I'm going to cut a Sky Tether. I think I can get away with not running Sky Tether because I have Settled the Wreckage. So yeah, so here's what the sideboard actually looks like now. We got Authority of the Councils, 1 mana, creatures your opponent's control enter the battlefield tapped. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, you gain 1 life. Mono Red is going to be an absolute menace in this format, and Authority of the Councils is not the best answer to them, but it stops things from Hazoret, from dealing 5 damage to you right as they come into play. Then we got Blessed Alliance. This is another removal spell. It's something I'm testing. So far I haven't been too impressed with it, but considering that Declaration and Stones are like 5 ticks now, Blessed Alliance is a much cheaper option. Then we have Rest in Peace. Initially I was playing Remorseful Cleric, but as I've been playing more Pioneer, I feel like the graveyard decks are starting to get a better sense of themselves and what kind of power they're capable of. For example, there's a bunch of Dredge decks, there's a lot of Delve decks, that sort of thing. So Rest in Peace is a way to combat that. It's just way more of a hammer to the solution than Remorseful Cleric was. So I think Rest in Peace is probably going to be pretty important moving forward. Settle the Wreckage is our, just blow them out. You pick up the pen, you motion that you're going to go for your life total, and then they swing all out, you drop the pen, cast Settle the Wreckage. So it works really well with our Flash game plan as well, because we can hold up a Spellqueller and a Settle the Wreckage in the same turn. Disdainful Stroke. This format's looking to be a little bit bigger, but at the same time smaller. I don't know if Disdainful Stroke is actually going to be good in this format, because the curve of most decks might end at 4 CMC, whereas in Modern, where the mana ramp is much, much better, with things like Amulet Titan and Tron, Disdainful Stroke is amazing. But in this format, people's top ends might just be Siege Rhino, and that's it. And Disdainful Stroke would be kind of bad against those kind of decks. So I don't know. I don't know about Disdainful Stroke yet, but I'm testing it. Negate's great. Counters a ton of Planeswalkers. Counters a ton of everything. It's really good. I would rather have a card like Sorcerer's Spyglass or Pithing Needle in this slot, but I don't have those right now, so I'm running Negate, which is still a good card. Mystical Dispute, there's a lot of blue cards in this format, and having a 1-mana mana leak against them is just really good. It lets you fight through things, and I like this card. So far, I've been pretty happy with it. And then, of course, we have Disenchant. To just list a few things that it blows up Sky Tethers, it blows up Stasis Snares, it blows up Aetherworks Marvel, it blows up Smuggler's Copter. It just hits so many things. Why not play Spell Pierce with all the flash? I could play Spell Pierce. Are you saying in the main deck or in the sideboard, Dan? Because if I do play it, I think sideboard Spell Pierce would be best, but I'd rather have harder answers. I know Mystical Dispute isn't a hard answer, but it's a hard answer to blue decks, which to Fairy Time Raveler is a card that needs to be dealt with. Yeah, I'll try Spell Pierce for this league. We'll see how good it goes. I do like that Negate is good no matter at what point in the game you draw it, but Spell Pierce can come in against removal heavy decks. Alright, there's the deck. Let's get started. Pioneer League. Haven't done one of these yet, so hopefully things go well. 906 active players. Pretty popular. Thanks for coming to the stream, Than. Appreciate it.
Is he the only viewer?
He's one of 2 viewers. I'm really getting up it there in the world. No, it's fine. It might just be a bad time to stream, because last time I streamed I got 6 viewers, which is a lot more impressive. Okay.
Except when Kylie's in the room next door.
And Keto is the other streamer. Keto Glutarato. I think I said that right. Alright, I'm really excited to see what decks I go up against. And round 1, we're up against the 60-card special right here. 61-card special right here. This is great. I love Pioneer right now. It's got so many different decks. It feels more balanced than Modern. I honestly wouldn't be too surprised if nothing got banned. I don't know if I want to go that far, but I don't know. It's interesting. Okay, I like this hand. I get to hold up Spell Queller and Nebelgast Herald on turn 3. Stomping Ground. Looks like we're playing against... Okay, so we're up against Atarka Red. Sky Tether here is going to be pretty good against that. I might actually... Yeah. We'll play Island and say go. I might have to play Sky Tether instead of Glacial Fortress, or sorry, instead of Supreme Phantom next turn, so that way I don't die to this Monastery Swift Spear. Alright. Rootbound Crag. Okay, it's not Eidolon of the Great Revel, fortunately. I was kind of worried about that. Okay, so drawing the Spectral Sailor was actually pretty great, because now we can flash something in. Let's Sky Tether their Monastery Swift Spear. Slow them down a bit. Nebelgast Herald is going to be pretty amazing. I just gotta watch out that it doesn't get killed by any removal spells. Maybe Sky Tether on the Steamkin would have made more sense. Alright, down 15. Gotta be careful. Okay. I was wondering why they didn't cast any spells first main phase. Light up the stage has been pretty good. A Tarkus Command and another Light Up the Stage. Those are both very scary cards. You may put a land card from your hand on the battlefield, deals 3 damage, opponents can't gain life this turn. Okay, so Nebelgast Herald is going to be pretty important here in stopping a lot of damage. I'll just hold back Spectral Sailor as a blocker. So I'm starting a new Fallout 4 run. I've decided to make my character Massacre Girl. That's awesome. That's actually one of Emily's favorite cards.
No, it's not, but it's a good one.
Oh, I thought it was.
Favorite? Nah, but it's a good one. I enjoy it. It's not favorite.
Okay, well, yeah, Massacre Girl is pretty cool. So if they had Tarkus Command here, and I Spell Queller it, then they can remove 4 counters from Steamkin and cast Light Up the Stage. But they'd have to attack first, and they'd only have a 2/3 and a 4/4, and I could block the 4/4. Okay, so we're gonna try this. If they remove the counters, kill Spell Queller with a Lightning Strike, and then get in for attacks, that could also be pretty bad. Bone Crusher Giant does not kill Spell Queller, so they're going to have to 2-for-1 themselves here to get rid of Queller, which it's not as much of a 2-for-1 because of this card. Okay, yeah, that's fine, actually. With Wild Slash, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, this damage can't be prevented. Okay, I thought it made it turn into a lightning bolt if you had a creature with power 4 or greater. Okay, and they finally get the Atarkus Command. Yeah, the Spectral Sailor's going on jump blocks. This deck is pretty good. Stomping Ground Mountain. Okay, don't worry about those. Probably going underneath the Chump Bus. Swift Spear. They could also just play the Mountain. Cast Bone Crusher Giant. That might be what they're going to do right now. Yeah. Okay. So now what? I can use Nebelgast Herald, tap down whatever creature's the biggest, and then proceed to take 8 damage from these two? Or, I don't know. This is gonna be tough. Sky Tethering this was actually very important from saving me 7 life. So Nebelgast Herald. If I tap the Bone Crusher Giant, whenever it becomes the target of a spell, not an ability. So the Nebelgast Herald can target it without me taking 2 damage. I'm just gonna take the damage. Nebelgast Herald needs to keep me alive. That's the idea. Wizard's Lightning. Then that becomes 4 power. 5/6. They waited for blocks. They could have killed me. I mean, they probably are just going to kill me right now if they're doing that. Okay. That's game. Alright, so Spell Pierce is actually going to be better against this deck than Negate would have been, so great suggestion, Than. Appreciate that. We're going to bring in Authority of the Councils and Blessed Alliance. Authority of the Councils doesn't really do that much when they're setting up their creature turn and just play a bunch of creatures, but it does gain us a little bit of life, so it's got value there. Rest in Peace can stop their Bedlam Revelers, but it's a dead card otherwise, so I want to be careful with that, and Settle the Wreckage is going to be good. Moving to cuts, Smuggler's Copter seems kind of slow and can get abraded, which is going to be a problem. Ha! I mean, that is good. W Detention is going to be okay. It's not going to be amazing, but we're going to cut one Empyrean Eagle. Supreme Phantom. Well, actually, it's a 2/3 blocker instead of it. Okay. One of the biggest strengths of Supreme Phantom is the fact that it has 3 toughness. So maybe keeping it Empyrean Eagle. Empyrean Eagle could probably serve that role in this deck as well. It's not as good as Supreme Phantom in blocking, since it doesn't cam down as early, but it might be good enough. The problem with Prowess is it's really hard for us to block them, especially since we have a bunch of 2/1s. So I'm going to cut a few Rattle Chains. Might just cut all my Rattle Chains, actually, and just have a bunch of control spells. Yeah, let's cut that. That means our Spell Quellers are much more vulnerable, but we'll see. Okay, Blessed Alliance on turn 2 seems pretty good, actually. So we'll keep. We can also just play a bunch of Lords. I like that game plan as well. Cut Spell Queller. Yeah, I was considering it. He does have a 2/3, but can be flashed in. And if we were able to counter something like the Steamkin, I know it's a little bit slow, then he'd be good. Okay, let's go with Supreme Phantom. Let's just try. I'm doing Supreme Phantom because I want to try to get them out of bolt range by casting a second Supreme Phantom. That didn't work. Just keep on playing them. If he wants to play the control game, I am more than fine with that. The more time I can buy, the better. So if he attacks with this and a Tarkus commands, that actually gets 3 power and can kill my... Oh, jeez. Well, that's why I cut the Smuggler's Copters, was a braid. Let's play Mutavault and just pass the turn. Turn off auto yields. Blessed Alliance gaining 4 life and making them sacrifice a big Monastery Swift Spear. It's going to be a big blowout if they commit fully on this Monastery Swift Spear plan, which I hope they do. Chain Whirler. Okay, they're not committing, unfortunately. At least Chain Whirler didn't kill our Mausoleum Wanderer. That would have been pretty bad. Light up the stage. Yeah, that's a good combo with Chain Whirler. Searing Blood. Deals 2 damage to target creature. When that creature dies this turn, deals 3 damage to that creature's controller. Okay. Cast with Escalate. Target player gains 4 life. Sacrifice attacking creature. Had to make sure I did that right. That could have been awkward if I did it wrong. There are 2 cards left in hand. All they have is Goblin Chain Whirler. If I can draw a Sky Tether for it, then we're in the clear. Okay, let's cast a Mausoleum Wanderer. I should have played Tapped Hollow Fountain. It's Empyrean Eagle. Unfortunately, Empyrean Eagle doesn't buff Mutavault, And for that reason, I might actually try playing. I might try playing Field of Ruin in its place. Test that out. Punish all these greedy mana bases. The only issue with that is Mutavault is good for crewing Smuggler's Copter. Okay, you're not getting the free damage. Probably shouldn't have played Mausoleum Wanderer in that case. Okay, if they want to swing with this Chain Whirler, we technically have a faster clock on board. I mean, their hand has a lot more cards, and that could be an issue. But with Mutavault and Empyrean Eagle, we're dealing 4 damage per turn instead of 2 or 3. That's a lot of magic cards. Never mind about us having a faster clock. That was a lie. Okay, I can flash in Spectral Sailor, draw a card, which isn't very good, but it's something. And it's a 2/2. I don't think this Empyrean Eagle's long for this world. They're flooding out, though. I don't know, might have a chance. I'm gonna block anyways, even though I know they might just play another Goblin Chain Whirler. Stomp. That's -2 counters. Ugh. This deck has a lot of reach. It gets adventure cards, it gets light up the stages. It can go really long. That's concerning. And an Experimental Frenzy. That's really bad. I didn't know they were playing that. Would have brought in the Disenchants if I had known that. Nice Plains. Nice Glacial Fortress. Okay, I can activate him. And hold up Mutavault? Oh my goodness. I'm only playing 22 lands. What is this? Mutavault might be going underneath the chump bus. Or the shock bus. I don't know what they're going to do to it. All I know is that it's probably going to die. Oh, another Bone Crusher Giant? Lightning Strike? Bleh. At least that's a Lightning Strike that wasn't hitting my face. Ugh. Okay, well that Lightning Strike's probably going to my face. Let's just cast Bone Crusher Giant. Yeah, this hasn't gone very good. Alright, well, Prowess has always been a bad matchup for Spirits. That didn't go very well. Didn't help that I flooded a ton. But let's try that again. I wonder what it takes to actually beat Tarka Red. For Spirits, that is, specifically. How deep do we have to go in the sideboard if we want to beat them? I don't know. It's tough. It's a bad matchup in Modern, bad matchup here. It's just something that we can't really do much about. Sovereign Mars 4. They do not have the 61 card special. That's a pretty bad hand. Also kind of bad. But a little bit better. I can keep this one. I need to get rid of either Spell Queller or Empyrean Eagle. I'll keep the Queller. They need to reprint Hydroblast. Yeah, Hydroblast would be pretty good. Oh, okay, drew a basic planes. That means we get Spell Queller. It is important. Might be up against White Weenie. Yeah. Lots of Spectral Sailors. Pretty great to block Adonta Vanguard with. Turns my 1 mana 1/1 into a 1 mana deal 4 damage. So, I'm a fan of that. Let's play Mutavault. Pass turn. Gideon Blackblade would be pretty bad. Ethereal. Oh, we're up against Bogles. That's a lot worse. That is a lot. Ah. I mean, Blessed Alliance is really good here, so I'm happy about that. Just gotta figure out how to race a 6/3 first strike flying. I guess I have Chump Block versus Spectral Sailor. I think I am going to try to race it as long as I have these. I don't know. It's a tough one. All That Glitters would be pretty nasty because it's a second copy of Ethereal Armor.
All That Glitters is
Only Shooting Stars.
I'm not gonna do this with you. No.
We'll stop the pacifism. That might have been a bait. We'll see. No bait. Still taking 6. I really need to draw more blue sources. This doesn't count. We'll screw up Mutavault and swing for 6. And I'll be able to block with Spectral Sailor. Okay, we have them on a 3-turn clock. They have us on a 2-turn clock. As long as I'm not blocking. Vanishing Blight. That will pacify our Spell Queller. So this is definitely a deck where I bring in Disenchants. Oh, Ethereal Armor got +2 because of the enchantment removal they're playing. Makes sense. Wait, oh, I flashed in Mausoleum Wanderer because of Spectral. I thought I clicked on Spectral Sailor. That's pretty funny. Shram. That's also bad. Nebelgast Herald is fantastic. I love this card. We might actually just lock him out of the game now because of Nebelgast. Okay, so they're being smart and they're targeting Shram here instead of Adonta Vanguard. Didn't attack with Shram, which I find interesting. I need to hold up blue mana for the Spectral Sailors, but Smuggler's Copter was actually a pretty good draw here. And because they pacified Rattle Chains, flashing in a Mausoleum Wanderer is also possible. Rattle Chains and Nebelgast Herald are pretty good together. Tap you. God's Willing gains protection from the color of your choice until end of turn. Crap! I can still crew up Copter and block it so I don't just die. Oh, they didn't attack, though. Oh, they're worried about me retaliating. That's good, I guess. First strike flying. Alright. Can flash into Lord, which is good. Cartouche of Solidarity is a good card. Does it get first strike? Yeah, it gives first strike. Jeez. Dan, you should know how good that card is. Banishing Blight number 2. Well, that's probably going to be the end of Nebelgast. Well, okay. So I could crew up Mutavault if I just flash in a Mausoleum Wanderer, but I'm going to flash in Supreme Phantom. Tap you. Are they going to swing with a 4/5? They are. Am I going to block it is a better question. No, because I want to... If I draw an Empyrean Eagle, I can maybe kill them. I don't know if I can. Spell Queller. Doesn't stop that. Crew up Copter, swing for 3, 4, 5, 6. The whole Cartouche cycle is in my Pauper Cube. Yeah, they're actually pretty good. Yes, okay, I did draw a dual land. I've been needing that for quite a while. Let's ditch Spectral Sailor. Okay, so this lets me double spell now. Another ethereal armor. Oh my god. Whoa. And a pacifism. I can stop the pacifism. What I really need is a Deputy of Detention. If I can get a Deputy of Detention, I'm in the clear. Because then I can get rid of Banishing Blight, both Banishing Blights. Another Cartouche Solidarity. By all means, keep on churning through your deck. Swing all out. Flash and Spectral Sailor. And move to chumps. Have to chump everything. Yeah, I'm not winning this game. I will crew up Copter, see if I can get Deputy Detention. That is my last out. Probably shouldn't have played that land because Mausoleum Wanderer would have been pretty important. Still dead. I need to get better at not playing my lands. when I'm playing Smuggler's Copter. Alright, against this deck, Spell Pierces, coming in again. I like the suggestion. It's been doing really good. Settle the Wreckage, Blessed Alliance. Almost the same sideboard as I did against Mono Red. Or Attacker Red. We're going to want to cut 1 Empyrean Eagle, 1 Spell Queller. Rattle Chains actually is pretty good since the removal is sorcery, speed, enchantments, and giving hexproof could stop that. Selfless Spirit seems kind of bad, although it does help when I'm trying to chump and kill, but that's not good enough. I'd rather just Sky Tether it. And then we can cut a Spectral Sailor. I think that is good. Let's try that. I feel like I have a good sideboard against Bogles. What with the Disenchant, Settle the Wreckage, Blessed Alliance. All these cards are just like slam dunks against them. 3 cards in this, or 2 cards in this hand enter untapped, but I have a bunch of removal spells, so I'll be keeping. Also, I can play Unclaimed Territory and flash in a Rattle Chains if I want to. I'll just play Glacial Fortress and say go. It's more likely that I draw a Hollowed Fountain and get to play Port Town untapped later. Laguna, Band, Trailblazer. So I think I'm actually just going to try to flash in Rattle Chain. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm just going to play Smuggler's Copter. Scout. That's what I should name with my Unclaimed Territories. I'm going to let them bogle this up a bit, and then I'm going to remove it with the Sky Tether. I want to see 1 more enchantment on it before I pull the trigger. Also, Nebelgast Herald. Pretty great draw. Could have also just played Rattle Chains, swung with Copter. That could have been good. They're only playing on 1 land. That's good to know. I could just Spell Pierce this. Stop their play. Or I could Sky Tether it later and take 1, 2. So let's see. Heroic, it's going to have 2 counters on it. 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to take 5 damage if I don't Spell Pierce this. Then I can Sky Tether it. Alright, I'm just going to let it happen. I like enchantments too. Have that. Wait. Oh, too late. Meant to crew the Copter. Doesn't matter. So now they have to play another threat and start building it up. And I can just do this. Tap it down. I did draw a Spirit. I was worried I wouldn't. Crew up the Copter. I don't need lands. Good. And now I have Supreme Phantom, Disenchant, Spell Pierce. I have everything. This is good. Tap that down. Pacifism? I can stop that too. I love Nebelgast Herald. Swing for 9. Another Sky Tether is good, but I'd rather just hold up instant speed answers. Especially since they're at 4 life. It's a lot harder for them to kill me now. Sure. Sure. $12-12 is good, but a Nebelgast is better. Okay, that felt a lot better than game 1. Let's try this again. Only one land. If I draw a second land, Blessed Alliance, Smuggler's Copter, all that stuff comes on. I am on the draw. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna hate this. I can also hold up Spell Pierce and Spectral Sailor turn 1. Oh, I better not get Mana Skirt. That would suck so bad. Okay, no turn 1 play. That's a good sign. Port Town, fantastic. I thought I hated Port Town, but the more I've played with it, the more I've realized that it's actually pretty good. Yeah, that's fine. It's a pretty good resemblance to the fast lands from that one set. I can't remember. Yeah. Just the fast lands. Well, actually, I want to keep him back. No. Yeah, no. No attacks. Keep it back as a blocker. Stack it up with enchantments, please. That's right. Not blocking with Smuggler's Copter here. That'd be pretty bad. This is a card that I'm going to want to Blessed Alliance. So I'm just going to cast Mausoleum Wanderer, crew it. That might have been a mistake because now they can attack with their 1/1 warrior without worrying about it dying. I probably should have discarded the second Smuggler's Copter. Banishing Light. I could have Spell Pierced that. But I'm fine with this. Yes, they screwed up. I almost screwed up, but I play with my opponent. I play out with the game plan that my opponent's going to make mistakes. Let's cast a second Looter Scooter. Play a land. And hit for 2. It's not much, but it's something. At this stage of the game, Spell Pierce has gotten pretty bad. Might actually be good here. Oh no. Take the 1. So I'm actually probably just going to discard it. Oh, I drew a land. That's a good one to discard too. Smuggler's Copter has been really powerful. They're probably going to try to storm off with Shram if I'm not careful, so we'll just do that. Pass turn. Nebelgast Herald to stop anything too crazy. All that glitters, there it is. Spell Pierce is pretty bad. Now it's not bad. My favorite card. Tap that down. And the next turn we can play a Lord, crew copter, swing for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we got lethal. Alright, well played. Yeah, I guess that can tap that down too. That's cool too. Gotta remember to crew. If I had forgotten to crew, then I probably would have lost here. Yeah. Okay, so 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright. That went a lot better. El Rey es mi padre. Okay. Good for them. Double Smuggler's Copter is awkward, but I can get rid of it. So, it's not the biggest thing in the world. Also, Deputy Detention into Copter. Like, if I'm up against an aggro deck, just Deputy whatever. Swing the Smuggler's Copter. Or Planeswalker deck. I don't know. Seems good. This is a good hand is what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying it really badly. The king is my father. Oh, okay, that makes sense. We're up against Spirits. Should be interesting. Mirror match. I don't know whether they're Bant Spirits or just normal blue-white, or normal. We'll see whether they're Bant or blue-white. So far, I'm thinking blue-white Spirits. Spirits is really popular, unsurprisingly. Looter Scooter, say go. Hey there. Hey, Min. How's it going? Okay, so now they're holding up Spell Queller, which sucks. And it makes my line of Deputy Detention Smuggler's Copter a lot worse. So I think at this point, now I just hold up Nebelgast Herald. And I'm willing to trade off Smuggler's Copter for Smuggler's Copter, simply because I have another one in hand. Been doing good. So far we are 1-1 with Spirits. And it's been good. They have a Rattle Chains. They're trying to decide whether they want to fire it off. Decided against it. Suppose that makes sense. Selfless. Selfless is a concern. It is a card we can beat, though. Probably with this card. Nebelgast Herald. Tap down Looter Scooter. Swing with that Mausoleum Wanderer, I dare you. Oh, they did. Okay, they might have a Spectral Sailor. But if they have a Spectral Sailor, that means they'll have to trade Selfless Spirit if they want to keep Mausoleum Wanderer. And they'll have to trade, or trade Mausoleum Wanderer for Spectral. Yeah. I'm fine with this trade. They are much further ahead than I am. So being able to stop their Selfless Spirit was pretty important. Okay. I could go Smuggler's Copter. Well, actually, now might be a good time to just Deputy Detention. Yeah, get both their Spectral Sailors. And we could cast Mausoleum Wanderer. Wish it were a Spectral Sailor so we could stop their Copter. I could have also deputied Smuggler's Copter. That might have been important. Since this way they can pull out of a bad spot. Holla holla, Robbie. What's up? No blocks. Port Town. This is fine. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let's cast Smuggler's Copter. This will bait out any spell quellers they might have. They don't have spell queller. That's important. I could play Selfless Spirit and then swing for 4, and then next turn Supreme Phantom, swing for a ton. Yeah, let's do that. I might actually want to play it safe and not attack. I have Selfless Spirit. I could trade Selfless Spirit for... No, this is fine. Okay, Rattle Chains. If they trade Rattle Chains for Nebble Gas, I'll just let that happen. I don't have any ways to flash in creatures and tap down any of their stuff, so this is fine. First time in history someone Wanderer was Sailor. Exactly. Spent 10 minutes watching foreign text 2 for all to show up so I could log in. Oh, two-factor authentication. 10 minutes watching, waiting for... Why'd you have to do a two-factor authentication for that? Was that just because on your end, or was it something I did? No attacks. That's a great sign. Now I play my Supreme Phantom, can discard this island. Crew up Copter. And Selfless Spirit is great protection. I've got two-factor authentication on my Twitch account because of the hacks. Alright, that's good. Second Beauty Vault. Don't mind that, actually. Sure. Probably should have played that Mutavault, so that way I would have had multiple attackers the next turn. This only counters instants or sorceries. Yeah. It's a bad Mausoleum Wanderer. Crew it up. I'll keep that back. We'll just attack with 3/3s. Okay, they're just going to flash and Spell Queller for value blocks. That's fine. Not very good draws. But we are still technically ahead. The Spell Queller makes that less of a head situation. I think we're at a point now where drawing another Lord matters a ton. Reflector Mage bounces Deputy Detention, gets them a bunch of 2/2s. Okay, bounces my Lord. I guess that makes sense too. Three, 4, 5. I think I just take the 5 here. Peering Eagle. Okay, see, there's the Lord I needed. This way I'm not just dying to Spell Queller. Or your whole army, I guess. Yeah, taking 3, but then we'll have a 3/4 that's able to block them. And I'll be swinging with 3/3. Sky Tether, oh my god, yes. Alright, so Supreme Phantom. Pump up the team. Sky Tether your Queller, so that way you can't do a thing. Crew up the Mutavault. It's only a 3/3, but that's fine. Swing for 7. I could swing for just lethal and force them to block, which actually is kind of appealing. Yeah, because their Spell Queller's locked down. I don't care about your Reflector Mage, so we'll just kill the Supreme Phantom. And yeah, that seems good. Cool. That was a very back and forth game. That was very fun. Mystical Dispute is fantastic. Spell Pierce is bad. Subtle Wreckage could be good. Good thing it's only a 1 of. I don't think I would have brought in more than 1. And Blessed Alliance can be good. The removal seems to be Reflector Mage. It seems very creature-based, so Disenchant doesn't seem very good. I guess it does kill Copter, and in case they do have enchantment removal, I think for that reason I might actually try bringing it in. I've brought in Disenchant every match so far. I think it might just be good. Okay, so let's cut the Spectral Sailors. Keeping in all the lords, obviously. Keeping in the deputies. Selfless Spirit's great. Rattle Chains is only okay. Sky Tether is fantastic. I need to cut 2 more cards. I don't want to cut lords. Maybe I just cut Rattle Chains, or I cut the Blessed Alliance. Blessed Alliance is a 1/1. It's a removed spell. They're only going to be swinging in with their biggest creature. When was Disenchant printed into Pioneer? I believe a core set. I don't actually know entirely. Okay. Pioneer Masters, obviously. Yeah. Okay, this hand's pretty great. Double Nebelgast Herald. We'll just be able to tap them down for days. Mystical Dispute. That's a fantastic draw. No Rattle Chains on my watch. Well, I guess Rattle Chains would actually be pretty good because they could just... Oh, get out of here. That felt good. Oh, and a Disenchant. We'll see if it's good. I don't know if it'll actually be good in this matchup. I brought it in speculatively. M20 apparently. Okay, that makes sense. Reflector Mage. That's fine. Reflector Mage, when it can't block and gets flown over and doesn't have any buffs with humans, is much worse. It's a much worse magic card. I mean, it's still very good. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely not as good as it could be. Okay, so they're not playing... I played Detention Sphere in one of my blue-white sideboards because I anticipated them bringing in creature removal and not disenchants. Spirit. Okay, I'll just hold Queller or Nebelgast. Both seem good. That's another reason why I like Nebelgast Herald. It lets me hold up Queller on the same turn. Why Disenchant over Fragmentize? Fragmentize can't hit Aetherworks Marvel. Had to think about that one for a second. That's fine. Queller. Yeah, I need to get some removal. They've kind of tempoed me out pretty hard. Port Town. I do need the land drop, so that's fine. I could play Supreme Phantom as a 1/3 that can block everything. It will save me 2 points of life. It's basically blue-white Stompy. Yeah, Brick Levin's right. It's just Stompy. could cast Selfless... No, Selfless Spirit's bad. Could hold up Spell Queller. Or Nebelgast. Yeah, if they move to combat, I think I might just Nebelgast, tap down Spell Queller, then take 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. Unless they cast a Lord. In which case, yeah, that's getting quellered. They had 2 Supreme Phantoms? That's bad. Okay, Selfless Spirit. It's fine. They swing with Mausoleum Wanderer. I block that, obviously. Blocks like this. We can do that. Looter, Scooter, and Supreme Phantom actually work pretty well because a 3/3 can kill their stuff. Okay. Looter, Scooter beating a 3/3 is actually insane. I hate tapping these for their colored mana, and would rather just untap that than try it again. It's just so annoying because it makes you go through so many dialogue screens just to get it to work. Peering Eagle is very, very, very good. They have a very good board right now. Fortunately, my creatures are a little bit bigger. Mutavault was a great draw. Now I can play Selfless Spirit and hold up Nebelgast Herald. All right, we're crawling back into this. It would be cool to brew, but Spirits is just a flying version of what Pioneer Humans is trying to do. More or less. Spirits is just really good in this format. Wanderer. Okay, that's fine. Begin combat. Flash in Nebelgast. Oh, do they have a Spell Queller? Okay, that's pretty good. Now their Mausoleum Wanderer is a 4/4. If I draw a Deputy of Tension, getting rid of both their Spell Quellers would be fantastic. I'll just take the 4. It's only a brief buff. It's not worth losing cards over. Another Selfless Spirit is good, but like I said, I really need that Deputy of Tension. Do you think Copter is in danger of a ban? All of the mid-range aggro tempo creature strategies love it and play playsets. I think it's at risk of a ban, especially because it got banned in the past. However, Copter to me seems much more like Ether Vial. All the creature decks want it, and all the creature decks get better because of it. Whereas the combo decks and the control decks don't want it. Oh, they're flunging. That's terrifying. Sorry, tree like that. Okay, let's just make blocks to survive. The Spell Quellers are probably just going to get in for free. I don't care about the Deputy of Detention. Just block there. Block there. Block there, and block there. And then we'll take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll not 10. We'll take 7 damage, go down to 1 life. I could also just try to bounce off the Quellers, but I also want to kill this guy. I mean, it's not going to kill him, it's going to kill it. Actually, since they're going to have to sacrifice their Selfless Spirit, I'm going to want to block here. Okay, so they are forced to sacrifice first. Get rid of that. And now that their creatures are indestructible, my creatures are indestructible. Okay, came out of that relatively unharmed. Let's see, if I just, like... I need to draw something better. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna lose a blocker, but I might be able to come out ahead. Not quite. And they banned it in Standard because everything played it. Yeah, I have a feeling that Copter might get banned simply because it's homogenizing. Okay, I can't win with their second swing. Yeah, I think this is fine. I mean, Rattle Chains could protect against Deputy Detention. Actually, wait, no, I think I want Rattle Chains over Disenchants. Well, getting rid of Copter. Yeah, okay, fine. I'll keep it. I'll keep it like this. Trying to play Rally of Rings and Saphira, worth it at all. Make a build with more 1-drops and Hanged Executioner to play them easily. I think that's actually viable in Standard, but in this format is less viable. Because you have all... Like, if you look at M20 Limited, there was actually a Flying Dorks archetype. This is good. Get rid of the land. And I was actually able to draft a deck with just a bunch of 1/1 flyers, and I did okay. Loyal Pegasus, Fairy Miscreant, Spectral Sailor, and then you can use Saphira as your top end, and you can Rally of Wings seems pretty good actually. Hanged Executioner is also a good choice. I don't think it's good in this format because the additional 1/1 flyers you get, Mausoleum Wanderer, Judges Familiars, aren't so much more powerful that it makes it like significantly worth it. I don't know, that's just how I feel. Selfless Spirit. I would love to draw another land. I did bottom my land because I wanted to keep cards. That might have been a mistake. No, okay. In Spirits, Saphira is really bad in Spirits. Do not play Saphira in Spirits, please. But in a deck that's more focused around her, I can see her being kind of good. Again, the problem with playing that sort of deck is you're playing a bunch of 1/1s, but Rally of Wings is good for that. They kept in Rattle Chains, interesting. Yeah, that's fine. Phantom versus Phantom. Oh, now's a great time to actually resolve the second Supreme Phantom. I think. Yeah, we'll just do it. If they Deputy Detention my Phantom, I'm in trouble, but... Hey, Jiro. Jiro. Yeah, Jiro, sorry. Not the best at pronouncing that. You coming to the draft tonight? Oh, see, that's what I was worried about. Deputy, target my own clue token. Value. Okay. We did decide to attack with both. I could flash and Spellqueller and block. I don't think that's worth it. It's only 3 damage. I'll be swinging by the draft. Don't think I'll have time to play. Well, that's cool. I'll get to meet you. Guys, meet Jero Hisal. He is probably going to start writing articles on my website. We'll see. Okay. I think I just keep on holding up Spell Queller. Flash in Disenchant. Oh, see, they're playing Disenchant too. I told you it's good. It's just a clue token. I'll draw the card. This means I'm not holding up Queller anymore, but I'm probably just going to Blessed Alliance this turn. I think now's a good time to do it. Sacrifice an attacking creature. They shocked because they wanted to activate the Spectral Sailor. So, if Blessed Alliance just kills the Spectral Sailor, that works too. Okay, Queller, yeah, Queller's fine. What's funny is if they attack with Queller and I kill it in blocks, then they'll have to sacrifice a creature at end of combat. Alright, empty-handed. Let's see what I can do with this. So I could cast Smuggler's Copter, hold up Spell Queller. They're probably just going to swing without it casting anything. So let's just do Looter Scooter, Deputy Detention, Spell Queller. I could gain 4 life. I could also target Supreme Phantom, make it so they have a 1/1, a 2/3, and a 1/1. That seems better. Or videos. Videos would be cool too. I've been trying to get into that. You have a good advantage here as long as you get rid of the Sailor. Yeah, I'm not too worried about Sailor. Even though it is more viable to activate his ability in this format, paying 4 mana is still so much. Empyrean Eagle. Okay, that was a really good draw. Ugh. I might just have to take 6 this turn. No, let's trade off the Mausoleum Wanderer. Okay. Okay, now I can hold up Empyrean Eagle and Mystical Dispute. Oh. Yeah. Seems good. They're definitely ahead. Good thing I drew this Spell Queller, or have this Spell Queller, so now I have a blocker. I would have Mystical Disputed that otherwise, so that way they can't kill Queller and get value that way. But I needed a blocker, so that's why I went with Spell Queller. Just hold back, I guess. That's where we're at. Selfless. It's a good draw. But their creatures still bounce off of mine, so we're in the clear for now. Mutavault was a nice draw, sort of. Need to draw Lords, because if this is a 4/5, they can't really block it. Definitely better than Disenchant here. Glad I kept that. Blessed Alliance. Oh, what does that mean? Target sacrifice attacking creature. Okay, yeah, that's actually pretty good. I had to think about that one. This is close. This is definitely a close game. Supreme Phantom, they now have a 4/5. They're going to swing with their 4/5. I'm going to be able to cast Blessed Alliance. Swing with just the 4/5. Do it. Oh, they swung with everything. That's way scarier. Okay. So... that's a lot harder. Okay, so I could Blessed Alliance. Let's escalate it. Target player gains 4 life. Target opponent sacrifices a attacking creature. Gain 4 life. Sacrifice a creature. How many games have you played so far, Tuesday? This is the third match of the league. I'm 1-1, and against this opponent, I am also 1-1. So this match determines who wins. Then I get them to sacrifice Spectral Sailor, which is good. Then I could take 8 damage. Hope I draw something better than a land next turn. Because I can't have the Spell Queller die, because then they get a Reflector Mage. But I could also double block. Well, I can't double block because of that card. So yeah, I just gotta do this. Pray for the best. Okay, I drew my own Selfless Spirit. That's really good. Because it's still kind of bad. This is... Them getting a Supreme Phantom did spell the end of this game. Unsubstantiate. I just flash in Spell Queller again. Don't know why they did that. Are they trying to, like, force my hand? Unsubstantiating Deputy Detention would have been much better. Say anything? No? Alright. No attacks, thank you. Oh my gosh. I need to stop getting lands. Or a Nebelgast Herald. I'd love to draw one of those. Disenchant is really bad. Really wish it was a Rattle Chains. Ugh. They have no idea how bad my hand is right now. And they're not attacking. And they really should be. I'm at 6. Nebelgast, yes. Yes, we got there. Okay. So how's the Pioneer? I am top decking bad. And it's not going well. I don't like them shocking that in. That's a really bad sign. Tap your Queller. I do wonder why they shocked that. Spectral Sailor is very good in this kind of stalemate we have. Okay. This many lands is just bad. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've drawn half my lands. They shocked it to draw a card, I think. Yeah, no, that's exactly what they did with Spectral Sailor. Man, I would kill for that card right now. Yeah, no, I would like to draw better. Oh, they think I have Settle the Wreckage. Oh. That's actually pretty important. I wish I had Settle the Wreckage. It's a one-of. That's gotta be why they're not attacking. They're waiting until they get a Spell Queller. So that way they can attack. This thing's a 4/4? Ugh. Dude, just swing. I'm dead. There we go. Block to live. And I take 6. Ugh. Well, losing against the mirror isn't the worst thing. They did draw better than me. My hands are cold. This room is cold. Okay. I could fix that problem, but the thing to turn the cold off is all the way over there. I'm all the way over here. It's not worth it. Okay, this is a deep. Oh, do I gamble and get rid of the land? Yeah. Port Town, untapped. Wurstel? Wurstel? I know that's German. I don't know what it means, though. Yeah, that's a lot of great 3-drops. Really hope I draw land here soon. Okay, so we're up against a control deck. So maybe Double Guest Herald could be a card I could discard with Smuggler's Copter. Probably Blue-White Second Sun. Yeah, that's probably the deck. Which, Wanderer is actually pretty good against... No? Blue-Red? Okay, they could be Just Guy, they could just be Is It. We'll see. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I mean, if they're Just Guy Second Sun, that's possible too. Sky Tether, we don't need that for now. Nebelgast Herald can help us against any creatures they might play. Spellqueller's good. Yeah, they're Just Guy. I have a feeling they might be Fires of Invention. I don't know. That's just a feeling. Red doesn't add a whole lot to that plan. Yeah, that's probably true. I mean, what red can add is removal spells, lightning strikes, that sort of thing. Because the white removal is pretty bad for the most part. Like a braid, see? Easy enough thing to stop, though. Oh, I like Mausoleum Wanderer and Smuggler's Copter. It's harder for them to actually deal with it. Don't need another land. No fourth land. That's a good sign for us. Crew up Copter. Get in for 5. Salt seems very good. With how many 3-drops I have, keeping the land is kind of pointless. Now, if they were to board wipe me, then I would want to keep lands. So that way I could start... I'm not going to be able to double spell this game. I've just kind of accepted that. Fires of Invention is a very cool card. Might have to pick up some more copies, just as like speculative. And they're discarding. That's not good for them. Torrential Gear Hulk. Oh yeah, they're definitely control. If I had cast Empyrean Eagle, I would have had lethal. But I don't see the point in that when I can just keep on holding up Spellqueller and just stop them from anything. Whereas if I had cast Empyrean Eagle. Oh, it wouldn't have been lethal. It would have been 1 point away, because... Well, no, I could have cast Empyrean Eagle, used it to Crew Copter. Yeah. Mystical Dispute. Disdainful Stroke. Spell Pierce, I'm going to bring in. I had to think about that one. I'm not going to bring in Disenchant game 1. It is a consideration, though. Yeah, cut all the Sky Tethers. And cut Nebelgast. Keep the Deputy at Detentions. And we can cut a Spectral Sailor. Yeah. Submit that. Yeah, I agree. Playing it safe there was definitely smart. And now we have a very fantastic counterspell heavy hand that could get gimped by us trying to play on curve with Selfless Spirit and Empyrean Eagle. Or Thoughtseize. Duress. Okay, that actually does pretty good against me. Port Town must be annoying for my opponents, because in the revealed cards section, it'll just keep on showing an island that they've already seen. I like that. Okay, yeah, taking Mystical Dispute makes sense. Port Town, see that island, and pass. I think I'll just play Selfless Spirit with Spell Pierce backup. I think that's what I want to do. Opt is fine. I'm not going to Spell Pierce Opt. Okay, so there are 4 colors. Black, red, white, blue. I don't think that's advisable. Got to go. Good luck to you. Look forward to meeting you tonight. Look forward to meeting you too, Jiro. Okay. Selfless. They shock themselves for no reason. That's going to feel bad for them. Oh, hey, bits. Or follows. Yeah. Sorry. Noises. It was loud. Thanks for the follow, Levin. No Cryptic Command in this format. I like that. They haven't drawn their red splash yet. I will say their mana base was pretty greedy. Felidar. Oh, that's why it's greedy. They're 4-color Saheeli. Oh, and now they're holding... Okay, I got it. Wasn't sure why I forgot to follow last time. Hey, it's cool. I'm more than happy that you followed me this time. Okay, well... Ideally, what they might have been doing is... So they could kill me next turn. Here's how. They just play a red source, slam down Saheeli, make 1,000,000 Felidar Guardians, and they can do that through Spell Pierce. So I'm actually going to Deputy Detention this Felidar Guardian right now. Just play it safe. No need to expose myself to an infinite combo. And now I can finally start getting in for attacks. Playing very, very slowly. I could have cast that Selfless Spirit turn 2. But being able to counter a Glimmer of Genius, being able to counter Saheeli Rai, forcing them to play off curve is important. It means I'm playing off curve too. Oh, crap. But this is fine. 4 mana to counter, or 4 mana to deal with 1/1/3. I'll live. Yeah, they had the red source. I'm positive they have the Saheeli. Let's just cast Empyrean Eagle. It's not much. It's a non-bow with Deputy at Detention, but it helps get my clock up. Alright. See if they got it. I mean, through a Disdainful Stroke, Spell Pierce, I should be able to handle anything they want to do. Except a Supreme Verdict. And right as I say that, I draw a Spell Queller. I love this deck. This deck's awesome when you draw all the right cards in the right order. Probably should play the Muta. Yeah, I played it now. Probably should have played it first. I get what you're saying. Sphinx's Rev. Torrential Gearhulk. To flashback a Supreme Verdict. Wait, no. A cast target instant. Disdainful. And now I can hold up Spell Queller, Spell Pierce. I probably shouldn't swing with Deputy Detention in the future now, knowing that they have Gearhulks that they can cast and block with. That was a reckless swing, now that I think about it. Treasure Cruise. Okay. Can't Spell Pierce that. Saheeli combo? Yeah, I feel like I'm doing good right now. I don't have a very strong clock, though, which is a problem. But I guess I can animate Mutavault, which helps. Selfless. Well, if I animate Mutavault, then I don't have Spell Queller anymore. I could Spell Pierce this. But then they could... Nah, let's Queller it. I want to play around a Wrath, which Selfless Spirit lets me play around. And because this Deputy has a very important card underneath it. And yeah, let's try that. They can't... There isn't a 1-mana creature that can kill Deputy Detention that can be flashed in. So I think it was fine to swing with Deputy there. Okay, let's see what one Spell Pierce can do. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So even if they Wrath here, I can sacrifice Selfless Spirit. Swing with the Mutavault. I have lethal next turn. Follow for follow, dude. Have a nice day. Are you a real person? I could whisper you, but seems kind of like a bot. I'll still give you the follow if you're a real person. Okay. Thanks for the follow, though, I guess. That's cool. Okay, what you got? They could also, in response to Selfless Spirit sack, kill Spell Queller, cast Supreme Verdict. Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. If I Spell Pierce this, and then they do the -3 to return that, then they could do some fancy shenanigans. But Spell Pierce would slow them down a lot. Just force them to pay. This way, they can't Teferi do... Well, I mean, I can still Spell Pierce that. Then target Teferi, then -3 Teferi. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Get rid of my Lord. All right, that was a pretty slick line. Can't deny that. Phantom was great. Great draw. No need to animate the Mutavault here. Do I want to kill the Teferi? Probably. I can't kill him this turn. Especially if Mutavault could fly, then yes, they'd be dead. But just gotta get them as close to lethal as possible and hope they don't have a Saheeli Rai. 30 bits. Thanks, Sam. Did it do the little animation? I don't know. Yeah, okay, good job. You got me. I think I played a little bit too slow that match. Okay, so we're up against a Healy combo. It did. Yes! My stream is finally in a good spot. What do I have against the Healy combo? Authority of the Councils. Actually... yeah, that actually stops the combo. Okay, I like that card. What do I cut for it, though? Cut one Empyrean Eagle. And... let's cut a... Spectral Sailor. Okay. I'm probably going to go stream some Noita. What's Noita? Have fun. Happy to see you're getting everything working for your stream now. Yeah, I finally had some time to actually sit down and work on my stream before I started doing it, and it helped a lot. Go have fun with Noita, whatever that is, as I struggle to play lands untapped. Okay. Tell Leah I said hi. We'll play that tapped. Is that amulet from M20 that gives attacking tokens -1/-0 worth it, with hat combo being prevalent? Yeah, I think I'd actually rather play Ratchet Bomb in that case. Because Ratchet Bomb you can just tap, destroy all their creatures. So I like Ratchet Bomb for that reason. Oh, don't play the planes. Don't play the planes. That is your Port Town getting untapped. That's just my thoughts on it. Mausoleum Wanderer. I could cast the Spell Queller. But not worth it. Yet. Unclaimed territory is better than a Port Town, maybe? Nah. Play this, reveal that, and say go. Port Town plays surprisingly well with Smuggler's Copter. Like that aspect about it. Drown in the Lock. Counterspell. Rattle Chains feels so nice. Such a good card. I feel like Drown in the Lock will be pretty good in this format, though. Also, that art is weird. I like it. I like how it's all brown. It's a weird thing to like about it, but... screw it up. If more token decks were being played, I could see the amulet. What am I trying to say? If more token decks were around, I could see the amulet being played. But the only like competitive tokens deck that I know of is Cat Combo. So, yeah. Shocking Godless Shine. It's got something up their sleeve. I just realized Waterbot's probably going to yell at me soon. Or should yell at me. I don't know what happened to Waterbot. Poor thing. K-Command. That is a good card. But I have a Spell Queller. I might actually just have Lethalist next turn. Especially if I draw a Lord. Okay, so if I don't draw a Lord, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not quite lethal. Wait, no, I do have lethal. Mutavault, I think. If I draw any creature, it's lethal. Well, okay. So, crew up Mutavault. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exactly. Don't activate that ability. Crew 1. Activate Mutavault. Swing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there we go. We got there. Okay, I'm going to get some water, and then we can play the final match. All right, we are 2-2, playing for that 3-2 win. Only matchup that felt unbeatable was the Atarka Red matchup. Ended up going negative in the Spirits mirror match, but that's fine. Water's pretty good. Okay, let's get in there. Looks like my opponent joined the match, and oh, they're here. Doggy Tay. Unclaimed territory, Glacial Fortress, like, it's all 3 drops. Wow, it's all 3 drops. I actually don't like that. I'm going second, though, so I might draw 1 drop or 2 drop. Or Spell Queller. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't mind a Spell Queller. Oh, no, we're up against a red deck. Prowess deck. That's not good. Hey, no, they didn't do anything. That's nice. Mausoleum Wanderer counter anything they try to do, sort of. If they, like, try to stomp me, I kill that. I stop the stomp. I think they were, like, saving that for a stomp, actually. Also, double Nibblegast Herald against this deck is not half bad. If they just want to prowess up their Soulscar Mage up to infinity. Now might be the turn for them to do that, though. Boros Charm? Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Sky Tether. I'll save that for next turn, I think. Tap it down. Yeah, I gotta start getting these 3 drops online. Chain Whirler? That's... ugh. I don't like that. Oh, thank you, Rattle Chains. Sky Tether, that guy. Okay, so we're at 12 life. We are shutting down their Soulscar Mage for as long as possible. Probably at 2 turns, maybe. We might be able to start pulling it back now. They can start activating Ramanop runes, so we're at an effective 8 life. So we got to keep that in mind. Rattle Chains is a great draw. Feel great about that. I feel like just casting Supreme Phantom now. Swinging in for 3. Sure, tap your Goblin Chain Whirler. Verity Circle might be good in this format. It's that 3-mana enchantment that says whenever a creature gets tapped, you draw a card. You don't get Cryptic Command, though. Kind of sucks. Oh, no you don't. Okay. So we're not going to be able to tap Soulscar Mage this turn, but we're going to have such a powerful clock that we can probably race them, because they have to top deck something really good in order to come back in this game. Yeah, I think we might have stabilized. Every time I say that, though, I lose. So maybe we didn't stabilize. Okay, no, that's a very good top deck. That's what I'm talking about. I could Deputy Attention it, though. Or I could just cast Empyrean Eagle, go 4, 8, 9, 10, do 10 damage, put them down to 4. Yeah, it's probably better just to get rid of the Experimental Frenzy. No attacks? Oh, I guess I have a 1-3. Let's just Deputy this turn. If they're on a 2-turn clock anyways. Ooh, that's a good question. Do I want to get the Experimental Frenzy or the Soulscar Mages? The Soulscar Mages represent a lot more damage because they can prowess up. But if I just... Yeah, I'll just take the Experimental Frenzy. Because it's unlikely that these guys will become 6 power if they don't have a Experimental Frenzy. Looks like they didn't draw it. No blocks. Don't want them to shock my Deputy Attention. Light up the stage. Blocking wouldn't have mattered there anyways. What'd they draw? Light it. Another light up the stage. Think we got there. This light up the stage could find a shock. Experimental Frenzy. Yeah, we got lethal. Okay. That went much better than against the Atarka red version of the deck. So, hopefully, this will do well here. Neat. Okay. Spell Pierce. Yeah, it's actually done a lot better than Negate. I have to give that one to Than. Settle the Wreckage, Blessed Alliance, and Authority of the Councils. Disenchant. Disenchant stops Experimental Frenzy. So, it doesn't really do that much otherwise, though. I'll keep it, though. I'll keep it. We'll see. We'll see if there's cards that are better to take out. Smuggler's Copter seems kind of slow. It is 3/3, which is good. Spectral Sailor seems really slow. You can cut 2 Rattle Chains, I feel, and an Empyrean Eagle. Or do I actually want to cut a Spell Queller? No, let's cut an Empyrean Eagle. Try it like that. You're the aggro deck? I don't feel like that. Because they can just go Swift Spear, Burn Spell, Burn Spell, Burn Spell, and I can't race that basically no matter what I do. Sounds good. I'll pitch a Selfless Spirit. Like, even this hand. This hand is aggressive, but most I'm doing is 3 damage on turn 3. Or, sorry, 6 damage on turn 3. That's still slower than what their deck's going to be doing. I mean, if they don't have any interaction, I do just kill them on turn 4. So, let's see what happens. Runaway Steamkin is very dangerous. Hope they don't have that. They have a light up the stage, but I can't really block. Oh, okay, Steamkin. Disenchant better top deck than Spell Pierce. It is a better top deck. But against this deck, I wonder how much top decks even matter. Because they can just go so fast. They cast Chain Whirler here, that's... annoying. Yeah. Okay. At least we can keep the Mausoleum Wanderer. What? Oh, this card! Oh no, that totally ruined everything. Well, so much for the aggressive start. I guess I can just start swinging with 3 4s and 4 5s. Maybe that'll be enough. Who knows? Swift Spear. Okay. Not winning this one, boys. This is why I like Essence Flux. Yeah, Essence Flux is good. Settle the Wreckage. One time. Do I even have Settle the Wreckage? I can't even remember. Jeez. Soulscar Mage, Runaway Steamkin. Come on, Settle the Wreckage one time. And Ley Lines. I could try to scare them. Like, shock it in and be like, alright, waiting for you. Authority of the Councils. Little late. Little late. I don't bring an enchantment hit and encounter spells. Yeah, I mean, my other option, though, is, like, Rattle Chains, which is kind of meh. Because as you saw in that game, if I had Rattle Chains in my hand instead of whatever, I still wouldn't have had time to deploy it before they were able to remove my creatures. Disenchant can at least stop a... well, I guess Smuggler's Copter is a little bit bigger. Alright, we'll just trust that my counterspells can stop a Experimental Frenzy. It's a lot of Sky Tethers. That is a Settle the Wreckage. It's a slower hand, but it has potential. I'll keep it. We're just gonna rely on these Sky Tethers to stimmy them. If you're gonna win, it's because you're aggressive. Well, you saw last game. I had the aggressive hand, and it did not win me the game. I had all the things to be aggressive. I had a turn 4 kill, but they were able to interact and kill me because of it through their proactive cards. Whereas this game, none of their prowess creatures are going to attack because I have multiple sky tethers. I could still lose the game simply because I don't have any. I'm not going to draw lands. But like if they do a full-on swing, I've got Settle the Wreckage. I like my chances for this game a lot more than the last game. Okay, they play a land. Still got nothing. See, Sky Tether on that Soulscar Mage was key. Now I can just rattle. Ah, it's too late. I already did big game combat. This way I play around a Chain Whirler. Swift Spear. Okay, so I'm actually going to flash the Rattle Chains and block with the Smuggler's Copter. Again, I'm trying to play that more defensive game plan I was talking about earlier. Swift Spear could grow outside of Copter range if they have 2 CMC1 spells. So like a Shock and Shock. They need 2 CMC1 spells in order to outgrow my Smuggler's Copter. Okay, I want my Hexproof to resolve. Then I want a Crew. And if they are able to outgrow my Smuggler's Copter, that's fine too. Because then I at least prevent them from dealing damage to me, which prevents Light Up the Stage. Looting could also get me into a land, which I kind of need right now. I don't think I need this Debited attention. There's nothing they have that's really threatening. They must have a Lightning Strike in their hand that they're trying to decide whether they want to use on the Smuggler's Copter or not. Yeah. Wild Slash. Oh, and then Shrink it because of Soulscar Mage. Okay, that took 2 of their cards to deal with my 1 card. I'm okay with this. Soulscar Mage is a nuisance, though. %, don't run Strike. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Sky Tether that. Would have liked drawing a land there, holding up. Well, I guess that was a turn where I needed to Sky Tether mostly. Chain Whirler. Alright. Come on. Okay. Sky Tether. You're not going to attack. I'm going to slow you down so hard that I have time to find my land drops to actually cast the Settle the Wreckage. Still waiting on that one, though. Oh my gosh. Okay, I can't cast anything in my hand. This is getting really bad. Told you I'd lose this game because I don't have land drops. Called that. Blessed Alliance was a good draw. Does buy me a turn. Well, it kills one of these things. Sacrifice an attacking creature. I could gain 4 life, go back up to 18, but these guys will do more damage the longer they're out. Hushbringer is good. I don't have any of my sideboard, but I did pick up a few copies. So yeah, might play with Hushbringer in the sideboard eventually. It stops a lot of different decks. Another Chain Whirler. Please just let me draw my lands. Oh my gosh. This is really going badly. It's turn 9. I've only gotten 2 lands. This league has not gone in my favor in terms of lands. There was one game where I drew 10 of my lands and just flooded out hard, and then this game, it's just not working out. Devotion is better than red. Mono red devotion or like green devotion? What kind of devotion deck are we talking about? They don't have instants and sorceries in their hand. Because they would have swung with Soulscar Mage if they did. That's a lot. Here's the Experimental Frenzy I can't do a thing about. I don't know why they didn't cast that main phase 1. Pump up Soulscar Mage, hit me for another. Fucking hell. Nothing I can do here. Green Devotion, yeah. Just gonna die. Fly Anthem or Icon of Ancestry. Yeah, I guess. Both those cards are pretty good. Wild Slash. Nice. Deals 2 damage to any target. Let's just see them storm off, shall we? If I had drawn 2 lands, then I'd be okay with the Settle the Wreckage, but no, not happening. That was one of the worst string of top decks I have ever seen in my life. That was really bad. Nothing I can do there, though. As for the deck, I don't know. There wasn't actually that much I didn't like about it. I honestly really liked Nebelgast Herald. I thought it was going to be a worse Deputy Detention, but more often than not, it played a very pivotal part in my matchups. So, very happy with Nebelgast Herald. Weakest card in the deck, Rattlechains actually kind of felt mediocre, which surprising to me because I love Rattlechains. It's one of my favorite cards. Spectral Sailor was good, much better than I anticipated. Being able to corrupt Copter was a very important aspect of Spectral Sailor. I think moving forward, I might trim 1 Deputy of Detention from the main deck and fill it up with another slot. As for number of Lords, I think the number of Lords I have is good. If I were to main deck Essence Flux, how would you change? Well, I guess, like I said, I was taking out a Deputy Detention. I could fit in an Essence Flux. I don't like Essence Flux entirely in this deck because the mana base has a lot of things that can't cast it. Mutavault, Plains, Unclaimed Territory. That's almost half of my mana base that doesn't support blue on turn 2. So, and also another thing with Essence Flux in a Spirits list specifically is you want to sacrifice your spirits usually. So like if you put a +1/+1 counter on Mausoleum Wanderer, you might end up sacrificing it later. Selfless Spirit, you're going to sacrifice that one and it's not going to be as good. That's only 8 spirits. That's not the worst thing in the world. But mainly the mana base. The mana base is the thing stopping me from playing Essence Flux. If I did want to play Essence Flux, I could play 2 more islands and Prairie Streams here, but I don't really think that's worth it. It's only you. Oh, it's the Flicker Spirit one. Okay. Maybe. I've tried Essence Flux in Modern and haven't been too impressed with it. For spirits that have relevant ETBs, Mausoleum Wanderer triggers if another spirit enters the battlefield. But if you Essence Flux it, it becomes a 2/2. So I guess in that way it can function, sort of. Rattle Chains is, with Essence Flux, is very good. Selfless Spirit does nothing. Supreme Phantom does nothing. Spectral Sailor does nothing. I mean, gives them all +1/+1 counters. Don't ignore that. Smuggler's Copter, Essence Flux actually protects it from removal. Okay. Deputy Detention can change its target. Nebelgast with Essence Flux is awesome. Alright, you know what? I'm going to try one of Essence Flux. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, let's try that. I don't know if I'll keep it in the deck, but as a one of, I'll try it for now. Other cards that I want to try, I want to see if Ojutai's Command is any good. I bought a couple of those copies, just like in anticipation of it maybe being good. Turn target creature card with converted mana cost 2 or less from graveyard to the battlefield. Gain 4 life. Counter target creature spell. Draw a card. It's got a lot of abilities on it, but it's also 4 mana, which is so slow. I don't know. It's weird. Other card I want to try, Archangel Avacyn. She's just such a powerhouse. And with Selfless Spirit, you can sacrifice it and activate her immediately. But again, 5 mana, my mana base of only 22 lands is not enough to support Archangel. As we saw in my last match where I only drew 2 lands, I don't feel like that was a problem with the deck, though. That was just really unlucky. Icon seems better. Yeah, okay, if I were to play a late game card, Icon of Ancestry is better. I agree with that. Anyways, that's the stream. I think I'm gonna log off now, and I'll be doing a Ravnica Legions draft, so hopefully I get to pick up a couple Sky Tethers and do well with that. Leyline better side or red too much creatures? I'm not sure what you said there. Could you rephrase that? I'm gonna log off here and get ready to close off OBS. While I'm waiting for you to say your thing, I'm gonna go up to the Spirits Discord and tell them how I did. For Copter has been awkward for me in the past. Is red metadex to many creatures for Leyline to be best? Sideboard for burn. Okay. The problem with Leyline of Sanctity against the current red decks is they're more prowess decks than they're actually traditional burn decks. They don't have too many spells that target you. They've got Boros Charm, they got Lightning Strike like that deck did. But for the most part, they're going to be casting spells like Light Up the Stage, Experimental Frenzy, and they're going to try to just prowess up their creatures. And I guess Leyline would stop them from prowessing up the creatures, but it's not going to stop their actual damage getting through with their creatures. They could also just target themselves with their burn spells in order to boost up their creatures. So I can see them doing that. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you guys have a great week and amazing Tuesday. If you guys like this, be sure to check out my Patreon. I just barely started that up, and I'm trying to work on it, get it to be nice and good. Okay, one more question, and then we can go. Also, follow me on Twitter. I have a Twitter, @TuesdayTastic. Gisela. Ooh, I like Gisela. Yeah, okay, I might have to try her. I think I have a copy online, too. Thank you for the follow, Ice Twister. I hope you guys have a great week, an amazing Tuesday. Take care.